I need you to listen very carefully to this episode, because what I'm about to tell you today is not about something that's happening very far away, okay? It's happening here, right here in Nigeria, right now. It's happening in your DMs. And that's called methamphetamine, also known as ice, also known as crystal, also known as umpulumiri. See that substance? See that drug? It's a very powerful central nervous system stimulant. It releases very massive amounts of dopamine into the body, creating an intense rush of pleasure. Okay? Intense rush of pleasure, intense rush of energy, but the brain quickly adapts when this happens. You know why? The natural dopamine system becomes depleted when this substance releases its own synthetic dopamine into the body. The body dopamine adapts, becomes depleted, and the users can no longer feel pleasure unless they use the drug. So, because of that, they quickly develop dependence very quickly. So, somebody can tell you that he has been using cannabis, alcohol for 6 months, for 1 year, even more. But when they started using ice, just within a month, they have become dependent. In fact, some of them, even 2 weeks, they have become dependent on it, that they can no longer do without it. Because without it, they can no longer feel happy, they can no longer feel the pleasure that they used to feel before when they were not using the substance. So they quickly develop tolerance and dependence towards it. So just 1 or 2, some of them are already dependent. Let's look at what happens in Nigeria, in Nigerian situation. First of all, it was identified as a major problem in the southeast Nigeria, particularly in Anambra, Imo, and Enugu states, where it became known as umpulumiri, meaning small seeds of water in the Igbo language. It's very cheap. It's far cheaper than cocaine in some cases, but people have smuggled it into Nigeria through international trafficking networks, and it's now spreading. In fact, right now it can be found in almost every state in Nigeria. It has spread beyond southeast to almost every region of the country. Now, what are the psychiatric consequences for those who are using methamphetamine or ice? You know, we have what we call methamphetamine psychosis, methamphetamine-induced psychosis, methamphetamine-induced psychotic disorder. It may include delusions, hallucinations, disorganized thinking, disorganized behavior, and what have you. Hallucinations, in fact, even after just a few uses, okay, unlike cannabis-induced psychosis, which may resolve after the person is abstinent for a while. See this umpulumiri ice, even when they try to abstain for a while, like you bring them in for rehabilitation, some of them, even when they have decided to become abstinent for a while, the effects still remain with some of them. Some of them may have permanent psychotic illness. Okay, see, even severe depression, even after stopping, cognitive decline, cognitive impairment, persisting for several years. Okay, even cardiovascular complications, heart attacks, strokes. Even now, we're now seeing strokes more common now in younger persons because of the use of substance. I'm not saying that every young person who has stroke is using substance. I'm not saying that, but majority of the young persons who are using this substance are beginning to have some cardiovascular complications. So it's a very serious problem we have in our midst, in our hands. So if you are watching this right now and you are thinking about a young person in your life, a young person who you know, who has changed drastically, whose behavior has become so strange, paranoid, erratic, his personality, you no longer recognize, you're saying this person is no longer it's not how he was before. What's happening to him? This lady, it's not how she used to be before. What's happening to her? If you have anybody like that, and you're beginning to think, and you're beginning to feel like what I'm explaining may fit that person's character, just know that you are not alone. What you need is professional help. So if you need someone to help you assess what you are seeing with your loved one, I'm available. The link is in my bio. And remember, episode 6 of this series has been specifically and specially packaged for families who are asking the question, what do I do right now? Subscribe for only 3,600 naira per month to access it. Share this episode. Tomorrow we have episode 4. What is sniper and why are people using it to get high? What are people using an insecticide to get high is what I'll be talking tomorrow in episode 4. So stay tuned, share this episode, and don't go away.